my Black Girl Vision Journal, which is an amazing opportunity for you to cast your own vision, not just at the beginning of the year, but all throughout the year, being able to realize what it is that you need to be successful and to really walk your vision in a straight line. I think a lot of us forget that vision is something that needs to be built on. And I'm going to show you a copy of the journal cover because it's amazing. And I'm going to go through the journal with you this morning too, because for a long time I was blind to my own abundance. And I thought my abundance was going to be found at a job. Sometimes we think that abundance is going to be found with a man. Sometimes we think um, that we're going to find abundance every place but within ourselves. And so it's important that we realize that our abundance is in our two hands. Nobody has access to any more or any less than you do. And the question is, are you working on your abundance? Are you writing your abundance? Are you speaking abundance over your life? Are you ignoring your opportunities? And are you letting other people speak negatively over your life? And if you want to grab a copy of your vision board journal, if you go to bit.ly/2020 vision book, right? This book will help you. Hey, Will. Hey, D. Morris. Thank you guys for sharing the broadcast. This book will help you stay with your vision in line. Because sometimes, me personally, I know me, I forget why I do what I do sometimes. And I forget how big the vision is. So somebody might do something or say something that makes me angry. And then I have to go all the way back to, you can't be faded by that because your vision is bigger than one person. Your dreams are bigger than one person. Your future is bigger than one person. And if you get caught up in that he say, she say with that one person, then you don't get the opportunity to really live your vision at the next level. So the question I have for you today is, are you writing? Are you speaking? Are you working? Are you sowing seed? Are you staying consistent with your vision? And if not, not only does this journal have 12 months of vision casting for you, but there's also a video inside that will help you understand how to balance your vision. And I think it's super important, especially for women who are super busy all the time. And I'm going to show you the inside of this journal as I talk to my guest, Ebony, here. For women who are super busy all the time, making sure that everybody else has what they need, who is there to help you make sure you have what you need? And the answer to that is you. And if you don't stay consistent in making sure you stay in line with your vision, who's going to help you do it? Ebony?
Coach, this book.
They don't know this book is the coldest one.
Yeah, let me tell you, and I'm a nice glitz and glamour kind of a girl. Look, I will have this book in my hands. Y'all gonna see me with pictures with it. But as much as it looks so good, yes, this right here is so needed. This right here gonna help you plan out to be consistent, to have everything in one place, like you were saying with your mission. Because I never wrote my mission down, my mission kept changing. Because I never written my mission down, when someone would ask me, what do you do? I swear I would be like, ooh, hopefully I can come up with something a little swifty to say. Because I never wrote it down, so it never became permanent in my head. Getting this right here allows you to write it down, to have it. Once it's written down, You can always refer back to it.
And it keeps you on pace for living the kind of life that you want to live and bringing your vision to fruition. I remember the very first time I did a vision board, and you can get your copy. It's a 12-month journal and video for only $29, which is amazing, right? If you were just to come to the workshop, you would pay that. But to have this digital download, it's just crazy. But I remember my first vision board that I actually followed through on, that I kept in front of me all the time, that I had a notebook that went with it, that I wrote my every month. And let me show you what this vision board journal is going to do for you. Every month, you're going to have the opportunity to remember your vision and not only just write your vision, which the Bible tells us to do, right? The Bible tells us that we need to have a big vision. Number one, we need to make sure we're asking God for what our vision is. The word says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he that may run that readeth. Meaning you're crystal clear in what you want. So you stop getting things that you don't want. I have a friend of mine that was like, I think I need some office space. And as she started to ask the Lord, number one, and then write the vision down and all the pieces and parts to the vision, and she started to speak it day in and day out. I want office space. I want office space. But she didn't just speak it and stop there, because one of the problems we have is that we don't do the work. So she started going out actually almost every week looking for office space. She was doing the work. You know, we say we want these blessings, but when they come, you know, or they're out there and we don't go look for them, we don't seek them and do the work. And then not only that, when a man approached her and said he had a good deal for her, she had the money ready to sow seed that she needed. And of course, she asked me for counsel. I said, get a 6 months lease before you get a year. That way, if it doesn't work out or you don't like the situation, you don't have to wait a year to change up. So this is what keeps you on track month after month after month, as to if your visions are not coming to fruition, what is it that you're doing? And see, that's the hardest part for anybody to admit. And again, you can get a copy of this at bit.ly slash 2020 vision book. The hardest thing in the world for anybody to admit is that what you don't have is because of you. Good morning, Peggy. We want to say things like, I've been praying. You know, I wonder why God's not answering my prayers. Well, are your prayers in line with what you're speaking? Are your prayers in line with what you're doing? Are your prayers in line with what you're sowing seed into? And seed is not just money, seed is time too. So if you say, you know, Ebony says, I want a new salon to do my wigs at, but she in the next breath says, I can't afford it. I can't afford it though. You've canceled out your ask. Are you speaking life over those things that you really need? Or are you blind to your own abundance? And let me tell you something. One of the reasons that I love helping women is because women help others so much. And if you haven't shared this broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast. Women help other people so much, but they don't have anybody to help them. And every single woman under the sound of my voice is capable of manifesting millions of dollars, but they won't even write it down. I think they're afraid if they write it down and then it doesn't happen, they're going to be upset. But what if you write it down and it does happen? What if you write it down and you say, oh, wow, this, I manifested some gas. Okay, now I'm going to try to manifest this ring. And then you start getting bigger and bigger in the things you ask for, but everything is possible when you ask and when you do the work. Ebony, what do you think? Why do you think women don't write their vision?
So that's really fun that we got into this conversation because I made a future post and I wanted to I love music. And one of the things I try to practice is the songs that I really, really like, flip the words and make it about me. Right. So this is one of my future posts that I was thinking about writing up. And it's I don't know I don't know who I can't think of his name, but it's this. There's some hold on. Because there's a possibility that you remember that because where is it? Where is it? So there's so many things I need to tell myself, but deep down inside, I'm afraid because there is a possibility that I'll look at me differently. Do you know a song? Cause I'm afraid I don't know why. Cause it's a possibility that you'll look at me differently, love. Y'all know that one, right? Y'all got to. I flipped
Through
that.
all the joys and tears and hopes and pains,
Yes.
love, for better or worse, I
I
still
still
will
will
choose you
choose me
first.
first.
That's the song, right?
Yep.
Girl, I had
So
to go get that one. And Renee Matthews says, too busy taking care of everyone else. And that's true, but you know what happens? What happens when you're too busy taking care of everybody else and you don't leave something for yourself? Eventually, you get bitter, sis. Eventually, you get bitter when your kids are gone, when your man is gone on about his business, when you saying to yourself, oh, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, and you never took the time to write it down. You didn't take the time to speak it. You didn't take the time to ask God for it. And then now you don't have it. And you look around you and everybody else is fulfilled.
and you know what, coach? I ain't gonna lie. That bitter phase is earlier in life. I had to realize that bitterness comes from seeing other people live out their dreams while you just sit behind and give whatever excuses come into your fruit. You water that. So nowadays you got these 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 21-year-olds, millionaires. So before it used to be, the girls in their 30s and 40s, they used to be the ones that you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get to that age and I'm gonna do it. And now it's
Now they
younger
doing it
and
at
younger and
14.
younger. And
They
that's why
doing
you
it
can't
at
let your
16.
vision, you can't just sit on your visions no more. Because you don't want to be 40 something years old or 25 years old being bitter. Because you know that you could have been in that same position.
But
We
it
could
will,
take,
but I'm gonna tell you something, it will happen to you.
yes,
It will happen to you because what you're gonna realize, the older you get, the less you fear. And the things you fear start to be different. I'm at the point where I fear leaving here not accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish. I'm at the point where I fear um, not being able to leave my family in a position to take care of themselves. So where I used to be afraid to get out there, I'm not afraid to get out there anymore. I'm not afraid to get out there anymore. I'm not afraid to launch something new. I'm not afraid to do something different. And I'm not afraid to go get help when I don't know. And that's another thing that we as women need to start doing, is going to get help when we don't know. And not only that, saving some of our time and save some of our energy to save ourselves. We so busy saving everybody else. But when the chips are down, who saves you? And more often than not, that's one or two key people. So that needs to be the one or two key people that you save. A lot of times people are not even grateful that you saved them. They be looking at you some kind of way like, oh, you want me to thank you? Or you want me to
I
be
was gonna do it with or without you. But you know what, coach? That mindset that you have, I have that too. All the pain that I felt in my life, I was adopted. And so, me giving life to two boys, I always think to myself, if something was to happen to me tomorrow and I wasn't here, will my boys have to have similar experiences that I had? Because I didn't put myself out there. Because at the end of the day, I can guarantee you, if my kids got $1 million to their names, oh, I know family gonna take them in.
Exact, or in the way you write it up, is somebody got to take it in for them to get a stipend.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I'm telling you, we really do, guys. When I created this journal, as much for myself as I did for anybody else. Because at the end of the day, if you don't find a way to put yourself on that list, if you don't find a way to elevate yourself, if you don't find a way to birth your own gifts and talents, stop kicking over bags of money. Stop being blind to your abundance. If you don't find a way to do that, nobody's going to find a way to do that for you. And everybody has access to it. You got to start getting angry. You need to start getting angry that you don't have what the Bible says you should have. And when you get angry, don't get angry at your man. Don't get angry at your neighbors. Don't get angry at your job. Get angry at yourself. Get angry at yourself and say to yourself, why don't I have it? And it's because I haven't looked for it. I haven't worked for it. I've talked myself out of it. I haven't sowed a seed for it. And this book is a monthly reminder. And you can get your copy at bit.ly/2020 vision book. This book is a monthly reminder as to what the vision is, that abundance is your birthright, and that if you don't create your vision and build your vision, nobody else will. Nobody else will. So stop making up excuses as to why your vision is not growing. Stop making up reasons as to why you don't have what you should have. And hold yourself accountable. If you call the bank and you don't like what you hear, hold yourself accountable.
And this is a great step one. I mean, this book is so organized as to where, you know, in some books you gotta flip through the pages to be able to put the pieces together. Oh no, you ain't got to do that with this book. Everything is in the order in which our minds are working, which is important, because you ain't gonna have to be like, oh, let me figure this out to, oh, now I know how to think about this. No, everything is in the order in which you naturally think. So you're going to be able to organize your thoughts. And that is so important. Organization as a business owner. And most of us, you know, we start off solo. And in order to even grow a team, we need to have a clear vision. So imagine filling this out. And as you start building your team, when your team is asking questions, all you got to do is refer to this book.
And you know what? You bring up team, Ebony. And one thing I tell people all the time is that your vision needs to be so big that you got to get help to carry it. And if your vision is not so big that you got to get help to carry it, then your vision is not big enough.
Yes. I just think this book is such a beautiful, very well put together, very organized. It's downloadable, which means on any device. So whether you're on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, this is accessible on all of those devices. I feel like no matter who is reading this, it's just amazing. This is an amazing an asset to your business to get this.
I think not. And when I wrote this book, I didn't necessarily just think about business. To me, this is a book of life, right? Because if you can't get the vision right for your life, you can't get the business, you can't get the vision right for your business. You cannot. And like I said, I think every woman deserves to live the life of her dreams. We got to stop living other people's dreams. We got to stop worrying about what other people think, say, do. We got to bust past the limits that other people place on us. We got to stop comparing ourselves to other people because God made us different for a reason. So, guys, this is the new vision journal. This is the first day out. I want to invite you to grab a copy, and it's got a video that goes with it. You just click on the link inside of the download and start to reset your mind about your vision. Start to reset your mind about your abundance, about your next level, about your ability to just have what you want in life and stop settling for what you think you have to have. And I want to thank you, Ebony, for coming during my book launch. I'm going to be live all day today as we launch this book. I'm so super excited about it. I want to hear feedback from you ladies as things start to manifest in your life. And it's not a secret. It's not a trick. It's nothing. It's just doing what the Bible tells you to do. And when you do those things, things start to happen in a way that will make you not only proud of yourself, but happy about your next level. Okay. And I will see you guys a little bit later. Let me know, inbox me, hit me up. Let me know you bought the book, tag me on social media. And I appreciate you guys. Thanks.